third Tuesday at the Euclid Library from 6:30 to 8:30. 6:30 to 8:30. So if you know anybody that may be interested in coming out and being a part of our support group, we definitely welcome that. Glenda's going to give you some history about sickle cell, but briefly, people that are affected with sickle cell, not just the individuals affected, but also their family members are affected as well. I have sickle cell trait, and sickle cell trait does not grow into sickle cell anemia. A lot of people think that, if you have sickle cell trait, eventually you'll have sickle cell anemia. That's not true. My daughter passed away in 1996 of sickle cell anemia. And we've heard all these scare tactics and all these scary stories about what would or may have happened. But what Kincaid's Kindred Spirits' goal and mission is to create awareness, to improve the quality of life for individuals affected with sickle cell. And we invited you here today to arm you with information that you can go out and share with your congregation, share with your friends and family members, so we don't have to have those myths. We'll know the facts, and we'll have the facts straight. Amen?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As you look at me, you wouldn't think that, beautiful young lady that I am, that I'm sick, okay? And I'm in pain on a daily basis. I was born in '78, so I was actually diagnosed with sickle cell at about 9 months of age. I didn't have any major issues until I was about 5. So I ended up having my first major sickle cell crisis then. And I've been in and out of the hospital about 500 times since. Okay? I end up having stays in the hospital that can be 3 or 4 days or a month long. I think my last hospitalization just recently was 37 days. I've had everything from my hip replaced, my heart patched. I've had a collapsed vertebrae in my back. I am actually on the list for a donor for a kidney. Actually, my mother and my younger brother are actually going through the process now, being tested so I can have this done. I'm also a full-time student and a mother of an 11-year-old who also has sickle cell. Okay, so my day starts at 5 a.m. and doesn't end until about 2. So between homework and school, and then helping him with his homework in school, and then doctor's appointments on top of everything else, my life is critical on any day. And my family has helped me through everything. And that's one of the biggest myths, that this disease doesn't, you don't have as much help with this disease. We need more help than most, because there are days when I can't get up to, feed myself. I rely on my family to help me when it's the, middle of the night and I'm rolling around in pain and I need somebody to take me to the emergency room. My father, who's sitting here today, has literally carried me to the car at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, rushing me to the hospital, just to be told at the hospital, you're not in that much pain. You don't need that type of medication. You don't need morphine. You're just looking for drugs. What are you supposed to do with that? We need people to, realize that this disease affects everybody. It doesn't just affect the person that has it. It affects the family. It affects your friends. It affects your employers, because then you're out for days and weeks and at a time. It's horrible to think of, especially a child, who has to go through this. And I've been living through this for 32 years, having to deal with being stuck 14 to 17 times to get an IV in. you know, to get a blood transfusion, you know, and we need our community to support us because there aren't enough of us donating blood, you know, for us to be able to survive. You know, we actually have to go outside of our culture and our community to get blood. And sometimes it takes 2, 4, 7 days to find the right match. And because, you know, it's that hard to find blood, we need as many people from our churches, from our, you know, from our communities, from our own families to go and donate. It's imperative. It truly is. But I just am blessed to be here. I am blessed to be alive right now because there have been times that I was on the brink of leaving this place. And blood transfusions and hospitalizations and doctors saved my life. And my family has been there with me every step of the way. I love them very much, and my new family with Kincaid, they watch out for me too. I love them to death. I got my 2 mamas, Miss Adrian and Miss Glenda over here, always making sure that I've got anything I need. If I need help with getting paratransit, to call. If I need you know, bus pass or whatever it is, they're there to help, you know, and we need that. We need that in this community. We need that from our churches. We need that from our family members and our community members and our neighbors. Instead of just, you know, looking at us and saying, I don't see why she complains so much about being in pain. She don't look like it. I've heard that plenty of times. I'm standing here right now in pain and need to actually take something because my lower back and my legs are killing me. But I don't let it show. I've never let it show. And a lot of us don't because we don't want to be stigmatized as the sick one, the sick child, the one that needs to, you know, go lay down somewhere. It's just, it's frustrating at times to just be looked at like that. We just want to be understood. We just want to be loved, and we just want, you know, everybody to understand. But that's me. Thank you.